Hi guys, I wanted to do a little bit more of a casual video today. I just kind of want to talk about some things that I think about pretty often when it comes to budgeting, and I will even talk about Dave Ramsey a little bit and my opinions on that, and let's just kind of get into it. If I have other topics, I'll make sure to do all of the categories along here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. I'm just filming this on my phone and trying something new out, so we'll see how it goes for me. I first want to talk about my journey so far in starting a personal finance YouTube channel, and I just think that I've been having a lot of fun making my videos. It is really hard because I am a mom, and at the end of the day, my son comes first, so a lot of times I choose him over filming any sort of video, and I'm trying to work with daylight when I'm filming, so I am looking into the option of getting maybe some lighting so that I can film at night in my basement, but lighting costs money, and as someone who is on a budget, I am trying to stick to it, so I'm trying to figure out if buying lighting is my better option, just to kind of help with my timeline and having to film videos at night more, or if, I don't know, I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I want to do, because when my son is home with me, I want to give him my full attention, and so I do a lot of my filming while he's taking a nap on the weekends. I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want to move forward with my filming schedule and how I want to kind of structure my videos. So I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed so far, and know that I've got a long road ahead of me, and I'm so excited for that road. I just need to get into a better groove, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think a lot of one big thing of kind of why I wanted to make this video is because budgeting is such a mental thing, and some months it can be completely spot on that you have done such a good job and stayed on budget, and then other months you maybe didn't do as well, and maybe some months you just like completely blew your budget out of water, which been there, done that. And so it just is this up and down that you have to try and get into the groove of things. And then you have decisions, like for me, the whole lighting situation, it's just such a push and pull for me, because it's like, I know that it could ultimately help me film these videos that I'm really passionate about and that I want to film. But at the same time, I don't want to spend money where I maybe shouldn't be spending money. So I don't know, it's a really hard decision for me to make on whether or not I should invest into it. But for right now, I don't know. I guess let me know in the comments below. I know I don't have many viewers and people don't comment on my stuff, but comment down below if you think I should spend some money to get some lighting so that my filming schedule can be a little bit better and I can film at night in my basement, or should I just keep saving that money and have a harder time with finding times that I can actually film, because I actually want this to go somewhere, and I want this channel to do good, because this makes me happy and I get excited when I talk about finances with people, and I just think that I could bring so much value as someone who is going through it myself. It is really hard to just kind of sit here and talk to a camera, and especially like you don't really get feedback very much, so you don't know if the videos that you're making are good or not, and I'm already judging myself on my first couple of videos, so that's just something that nobody ever tells you about making a YouTube video or channel, is that you are gonna constantly just be like feeling weird, feeling like this is something that I really want to do and I'm passionate about helping others and teaching others how I'm doing my budgeting, but I still feel weird at the end of the day talking to a camera. But I do know that there is someone on the other side of the camera, which is you, and I am so grateful that I get to have this platform to at least talk to you and just kind of allow you to get to know me a little bit, and hopefully I can get to know you guys as well. And that's kind of what keeps me going, is just knowing that there is someone on the other side of that camera, and that you are maybe interested in doing some budgeting for yourself or getting your personal finances together. And for that, I want to be with you the entire process. Budgeting is completely a mental process. It is so mental when it comes to trying to stay on track. It's a mental process when it comes to trying to decide what purchases you should be making. And it's really hard when you fall off and you want to get back on track. And then there's so many things that go into budgeting and finances. I have watched a lot of Dave Ramsey's stuff, and I have seen the positive feedback and the haters of Dave Ramsey. And at the end of the day, it is truly just about the psychology of it, and the fact that a lot of people can't mentally handle having credit cards or being in debt. And Dave Ramsey helps you to get out of that. So he has said himself that $1,000 isn't supposed to be enough. It's supposed to keep a fire under your butt to keep going. And so $1,000 isn't supposed to be enough to cover major emergencies, but it's supposed to be enough to help with you got a flat tire, or your dog needs to go to the vet, to the emergency vet, I should say, or kind of things like that. So for me, I tried to follow, I was really quick on saving up the $1,000. And then from there, I just kind of slowly saved. I wasn't so aggressive, but I did kind of put a little bit more away. And I continue to put some away into that savings, because if I have an $800 emergency, I don't want to have to start from $200 and work my way back up. I'd rather have $1,800. And if I have an $800 emergency, I can kind of pay that emergency and I'm still at my 1,000 or close to my 1,000. And that's just for me personally, but I do understand the psychology behind you just need something quick, a little bit of cash on you. Most people don't have $1,000 that they can throw towards something. So I understand that. And I am definitely not a Dave Ramsey hater when it comes to that aspect, because I think, especially with paying off your debts, a lot of people would say, hey, as long as your debt is under 4%, then you're better off investing into the market, which maybe that's the case if your debt is going to take 5 years to pay off. But for Dave Ramsey, his process is that, no, you're supposed to be paying off debt as fast as possible. And a lot of people that follow Dave Ramsey's approach have their debt paid off within 12 months to 2 years. And so they do it quick, which means that if you're completely debt free, aside from your mortgage, within a year or two, then you're better off having your debt paid off than you are investing into the market. It's just kind of a person's preference, I guess, if they want to slowly pay off an under 4% interest debt, or if they want to go at it aggressively and get it paid off really quickly. In my opinion, I want to pay it off as aggressively as possible, even though I've got around 4 to 6% interest rates. And that is just because of the understanding that I have the debt, and just feeling like I would be better off if it was just completely wiped away, and then I can really go heavy on investments. I know that, like I said, Dave Ramsey gets a lot of hate for his stuff, and I do understand where some people are coming from when they have a lot more discipline when it comes to finances. But for the average American and the average person, I definitely agree with Dave Ramsey's stuff of, hey, just for the average person who has really bad spending habits and just can't control their behavior when it comes to credit cards, you shouldn't have a credit card. If it's someone who maybe you don't have as much knowledge about the markets, then yeah, you're probably better off paying off all of your debt first, and then you can try to figure out the market once you're done with that. But I wouldn't try to just right out of the gate think that you are better than the average person, especially if you have debt, because the person who is better than average likely is doing really well for themselves, and those low interest rates are not a big deal to them because they have the discipline and the know-how of how to properly handle it while making money in the market. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I just think, like I said, that it is a mentality game. It is all about your psychological ability to handle being in debt, or like if you have your credit card on you and you just are like, well, I'll just use it and then I'll just make sure that I get it paid off. Or, oh, Christmas is coming up and I know that so-and-so is going to give me money, so I'll make sure that it's paid off. There are so many times that I've seen people say that and then they end up not getting the money from that person, or they end up not being able to pay off the credit card, and it's like, you just have to stop. Like, you just can't use them. I know that it's hard to follow people when they don't have a lot of followers, and so, especially because it's like, well, what do you have to offer? What do you know? Like, how does someone know to trust another person, especially in personal finance? And I totally get that. More so, it's just like, I just want to show you guys my process along the way and what I'm doing and what's working for me and what's not working for me, maybe things that I've done before. And it's more so just a journey. I am here because I want to document my process along the way. I want to look back on myself in 3 years and be like, wow, you did that. Like, not only did you do that by paying off all of your debt, but you did that by like increasing the value of your content and the quality of your content. And it's just such a big goal for me that I am really excited to hit. So at this point, I need to check and see what time I'm going to go pick up my son and hang out with him. I will do very minimal editing on this, so you guys will just kind of see this real raw as best as possible. I may clip out a lot of the ums and ands, but maybe I won't. I don't know. Whatever seems genuine. So I will get this posted, and then I will see you guys next week. Oh, and also next week, I think I'm going to do like a 5-minute, really fast building a spreadsheet, because I do have my 3-parter for my budgeting for beginners, but again, it's one of my very first videos that I filmed, and I'm already cringing at them, and I already feel like I want to improve them. So I will post up a really quick 5-minute budget with me where I set up the complete budget spreadsheet, and I will also have a printable for you guys available on my website. And yeah, this is just what I'm about. I want to help others. I want to help myself. I want to improve content. I just want to be here and have fun and do all the cool things. I want to keep going with this. I want to keep getting better, and I hope that you guys want to come along with this journey, and I'm just looking forward to how cool this is going to be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years. So I'll see you guys later.